So now we're checking the potatoes to see if they're ready. Graham, how do you know when the potatoes are ready?
Well, we figured that it takes 10 to 15 minutes for the potatoes to boil. So I go into the pot and I get out a piece and I make sure that it is cooked, let's say 3/4 of the way. You don't make it as soft as you would for your mashed potatoes. That way you're going to have some consistency with your...
Let me taste that. Yeah, it's not crunchy. There's no raw potato to it at all, but it's not super soft like you would have for regular mashed potatoes. So after the potatoes are done, we take them over to the sink.
Slowly drain them.
And we slowly drain them. There. All the water is out.
Okay, now you let them drain for a few minutes.
Okay.
Then you're going to put them back into the pot.
Okay. You want me to put them back in now or wait?
Give it a few minutes.
Okay, a few minutes. The potatoes have been draining in the colander, so we're going to put them back in the pot. Now what?
Then you're going to add your cheese.
All of it?
I think so.
Okay. Again, this is about half of a package of cheddar, mild cheddar cheese. Okay.
Add the garlic salt.
How many shakes do I do it?
Oh, at least 8.
8 shakes.
Or
1,
10.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Okay.
All right.
And about 5 shakes of pepper.
This is pepper. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Now you may. Oh, and I have to get the onion. Now we have an abundance of onions here.
Now you see how the onions have a nice caramel color to it. That's
We don't use all the onions because of the fact that after you cook the pierogies, we could use this and dip the pierogi into this mixture.
So now I take a hand masher and I mash the onions and the cheese and the potatoes and the spices all together. Why can't you use a hand mixer?
Because of the fact that you may overmix the potatoes and make them too soft. And that's why we're saying that we don't cook the potato all the way, because it has to have some consistency to it.
Okay. And the cheese just gets mixed in as you're doing it. You don't have to worry about melting it or anything.
It melts.
Now they're starting to get a little bit smooth and creamy. How's that looking?
Okay. Do the taste test. Look at the taste too, because he doesn't have a really.
Where's your...
What do you think, Grandpa?
What's it need?
Yeah, onion or garlic, either one, I don't know.
So this is all by taste.
Yeah, no. It all depends how you like it, but I think that the tastier, the more you put in it, the tastier it gets.
So if you have a great big batch, if you have 2, you just combine it into one. Mm-hmm. And then after we combine it, what are we going to do with this?
We're just going to leave it set overnight.
Overnight.
But what you do is you take it down in the basement and you cover it.
Yeah, just
I put the cover on, but it's partially open.
Okay.
The cover.
Okay, so you do something like this.
Yes.
And you just let it cool overnight.
Yes.
Okay. Okay.
The potatoes have to be cool.
Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Welcome back to Cooking with Graham. We've let the potatoes sit in the basement overnight to cool, so now they're nice and cool. And what are we doing now, Graham?
Well, what we're going to do now, I take my cookie scooper and fill it up and make these balls.
Okay. Is this a cookie scoop, you said?
Yes.
Can you use anything else?
Tablespoon.
A tablespoon?
Yes, a heaping tablespoon.
Okay, so 1 heaping tablespoon of potato filling or 1 cookie
Okay.
scoop.
Okay, now instead of the cookie scoop, I am using the tablespoon.
Now, how's it going to affect the end pierogi? Will it be smaller?
It all depends how much you make. I mean, that's a pretty big
Yeah.
tablespoon.
These look much nicer, though.
Yes,
They look much
I
prettier.
mean, they're nicer if you make the balls, but
When did you start using a cookie scoop? Have you used it forever?
no.
No? So before that, do you use the
I just-
tablespoon method?
Yes, that's all I did.
Okay. Okay. You look like you've had a lot of practice. You look like you're good at this.
And when you put them into to your dough, it'll be pushed together too. You know. It won't
Okay. So you don't have to worry about having the perfect shape.
No.
Okay, that's good. Now, after we do the balls, do we have to put them in the refrigerator or anything? We could just leave them out.
No, you can leave them out
Okay.
as long as it's not very hot
Yeah.
outside or whatever.
Yeah.
After you're completing that, then you go into making the dough.
All right. Time for dough. Okay, so now that we have our potatoes all in balls, it's time to make the dough. So what kind of cup are you using here? This is your Polish measuring cup.
We call them Polish measuring cup.
Yeah. So how full do you fill that? Let's see what you do here.
Almost to the rim, but not quite. How many inches is about? Not a quarter of an inch?
Well, let's see. This is, yeah, almost. Can you see this, camera person? Do we have a good shot of this? So she fills it up almost to the top. Well, before you dump it out, let's see. For the people who don't have a Polish measuring cup at home, let's see how many cups of flour that is. Now, you said yesterday this was unsifted flour, right? We don't need to sift
Yes,
it.
it's
We
not
just
sifted. Because
dump it in.
when you buy it, it's already pre-sifted.
look at that. It's 1 cup of flour exactly. 1 Polish measuring cup equals 1 cup of flour. So you want me to dump this out
On the table.
okay?
Now I'm making 2 batches. For 2 batches. So that's going to be 5 cups of flour.
Okay. So 2 batches get 5 cups of flour.
2. Five.
All right.
Now I'm going to put a tablespoon of salt in here, just about.
Okay, that looked like more like a half of a tablespoon of salt.
Oh, it was a little bit more than
A little bit more than half a tablespoon of salt, okay?
2 eggs.
2 eggs.
You want to crack it?
Yeah. There's 1 egg. There's 2 eggs. And what do? Just mix it around in there to get the eggs?
Sort of, just so it's not running around the sides out.
Okay.
We're going to take, I'm pretty sure it's a full cup of water. That you have to judge it. It all depends upon your flour. Sometimes it could be too thin, or sometimes it could be too thick that you have to add a little bit more.
Add a little bit more water.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now we're going to measure the 1 cup of water.
What do you want me to do? Just fill it up?
Yes, and then you'll compare it with this. And you'll
Okay.
do the same.
Cold, warm, does it matter?
Cold.
Okay, so is this normally what you do?
Yes.
Okay, so let's see. And you're gonna dump this all in?
Yeah, not at one time.
Not at one time, okay. So this is what you usually use, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's 1 cup of water, and we still have some water left, so put it in here. This is 1 and, we'll just call that 2 cups of water.
Okay. And
What do you think is the hardest part of making pierogies?
I think the dough.
Yeah, I would think so too, because it's more by
And,
feel
And when you cut it out,
uh-huh.
the pieces, how big your potatoes are. Do you want a smaller one or a larger one? It all depends upon your potato too.
So judging the pieces is hard too.
Okay, now do you want to scrape up the all together? Yeah.